Hello. This video is about safe touch and unsafe touch, or good touch and bad touch. As a part of curriculum, a lot of schools have implemented this topic to be covered in counseling sessions, in group counseling sessions. This presentation was taken in schools for students in 4th class and above. If you have kids of this age, please show this video to them. It is very useful. So what are we going to talk about in this video? What are we going to cover? We are going to talk about body parts and private parts, what is safe and unsafe, touches and feelings, safe, unsafe touch examples, tickling, what to do when you're getting an unsafe touch, and how to make a safe circle. Before talking about touches or safe or unsafe, let's talk about body parts. We all have body parts: hands, legs, and face. These are some of the body parts that we know. But there are also body parts that are covered under our clothes. These are called your private parts. Now, I'm not talking about the body parts that are inside your body, like your heart, lungs, but these private parts are outside, but they are covered in your clothes. What exactly are private parts? Private parts are the ones that are covered in a swimming suit. If you see this picture, there is a boy and a girl standing. The parts that are covered by the swimming suit are private parts. Also, please remember that lips are also private parts. Now, like you can see in this picture, the parts that are covered by the swimming suit or underclothes, these are the private parts. Please do not let anyone touch those parts. Let's move on to what do you understand by the word safe. Safe means when you are out of danger, or when you feel protected, or you are not likely to be harmed or lost. And what do you understand by the word unsafe? Unsafe is basically opposite of safe, dangerous or exposed to danger. So what are touches? Touch particularly means when a physical contact is happening. So when you give a high five or when you clap your hands, there is a physical contact happening. But when you wave a hi or a bye, there is no physical contact happening, so that's not a touch. Now, what are feelings? Feelings, we all know what feelings are, right? Your body it's basically a reaction to something that is happening in your body. When you get touches, you get something called as feelings. How do you feel when your mom or dad, when they hug you? You feel good, you feel safe. And how do you feel when somebody is trying to hit you? You don't feel very good. So what are some of the feelings? Happy, sad, good, bad, comfortable, uncomfortable, scared or afraid, strong, weak, angry, helpless. These are some of the feelings that we know. So when we get touches, we get feelings. Now let's move on. A safe touch will give you good feelings. Like I said, every touch you'll get something called as feelings. A safe touch will give you good feelings. Now think about good feelings. Some good feelings are happy, good, comfortable, strong, positive, loved, and even safe. You feel safe. So these are good feelings. Now safe touch examples: a hug given by a mom or dad, a pat on the back, a high five from a coach. All these are safe touches and they make you feel good. But unsafe touches, they give you bad feelings. Bad feelings like sad, frightened or scared, unloved, unwanted, angry, uncomfortable, weak, helpless, and bad. Now, how does an unsafe touch feel like? First, it makes you feel uncomfortable. It gives you a very bad feeling. It makes you feel it is wrong in some way. A lot of times you know that it is wrong. You feel wrong. It is wrong. Whatever is happening is wrong. Then if you're getting touched somewhere where you don't want to be touched, that is how it feels like. Now let's look at some examples of unsafe touches. A stranger touching your private parts, stranger touching your private parts and asking to keep it as a secret, and someone threatening or trying to hurt you. In all these cases, you do not feel comfortable. You get bad feelings when this is happening. Also, Please remember that here it is depicted as a devil or as a monster, but in real life, they might look like normal human beings, they might look like you and me. Also, it doesn't necessarily have to be a stranger, it can be a person whom you know. Please only trust your parents. Please remember that it is okay for your mom and dad to touch your private parts. And if a doctor examines you in front of your mom and dad, it is okay. But nobody else is allowed to touch your private parts. What is Hulk telling us? He is telling us that your body belongs to you. Nobody has the right to see or touch them, and nobody should show you their private parts also. Now, if you see here, there are two pictures of the same girl. On the left hand side, the girl is feeling comfortable because she is getting a safe touch. It is a pat on her back or a touch on her shoulder, and she is feeling comfortable, and you can see that on her face. Whereas on the other hand, on the right side, the girl is getting an unsafe touch and she is not feeling comfortable, and you can see it on her face. So this is the difference between good touch and bad touch. Now, moving on to tickling. We all know what tickling is, right? A light touch which makes you laugh, right? This is what tickling is. Now, how many of us like tickling? I'm very sure few of you enjoy tickling. Few of you like being tickled, few of you like tickling others, and few of you might not like both, right? But is it a safe touch or an unsafe touch? So for those who like being tickled, they might consider it as a safe touch, and for those who don't, might consider it as an unsafe touch. But that tickling can also be an unsafe touch. Yes, tickling can also be an unsafe touch. Even if you enjoy tickling, even if you like being tickled, it can become an unsafe touch. Now, when will it become an unsafe touch? If it lasts too long or if it is too hard, when it starts to hurt, you start to cry, it gets hard to breathe, or you're getting tickled in your private areas, or if a stranger is tickling you. All of these will make tickling an unsafe touch. Now, what to do when you're getting an unsafe touch? We've spoken about good touch and bad touch, safe touch, unsafe touch, but what do we have to do when you're getting an unsafe touch? Sure. So the first thing that you have to do is shout no loudly. So we are shouting no loudly or shouting to grab the attention on us so that everybody looks at us, so that the person who is giving you the unsafe touch will stop doing it, because it is a bad thing to do. So when you shout at that time, you will grab attention towards you and the person will stop giving you the unsafe touch. The second thing that you should do is go away from that person or place. Run away. If you're somewhere else, if your parents are not around you, go near your parents. Just go running towards your parents. The third thing that you should do is tell someone trusted. Someone trusted here can be your parents, your teachers, whomever you trust. Tell people in your safe circle. We are going to learn how to make a safe circle in the end of the video, but you have to tell people in the safe circle. The fourth thing you have to do is never be with that person alone again. Never. Please remember that people who give unsafe touches or who touch children and make them feel uncomfortable or unsafe, they are bad people and they will be punished. Now let's move on to the next one. Will it be your fault if someone tried to break a touching rule with you? No, absolutely not. Never, by no means. No, 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 and so no. It is never your fault. Whose fault is it? It is the person who did the touching. And also remember that sometimes you get scared and you might not be able to do anything. Please do not blame yourself for that. It is okay. You were scared. Next time you can try to avoid it. Yes? Now, let's move on to what a safe circle is. A safe circle is a set of people whom you trust. Tell people, so usually when you get an unsafe touch, you tell it to someone trusted, right? The people in the safe circle are the people whom you trust. You can go and tell the people in the safe circle if you're getting an unsafe touch, if somebody gave you an unsafe touch. Now, people in your safe circle are people whom you trust the most, like your mom, like your dad, like your teacher, like your grandparents. Now, who can be in your safe circle? Please sit down and make a safe circle with your parents. Who can be in your safe circle? Your parents can be in your safe circle. Your grandparents can be in your safe circle. Your teacher, mom, dad. A safe circle is for your own safety, so please make sure that you fill in. Even if you trust your friends, it's a good thing, but a safe circle is for your safety, so it should be with people who are adults, who are above 18 years of age. So please make sure you sit with your parents and make a safe circle with them. Sit with your parents and make a safe circle. Now, few safety rules that you have to follow. First, it is not okay to touch someone else's private body parts. It is not okay for someone to touch his or her own private body parts in front of you. It is not okay for someone to ask you to touch his or her private parts. It is not okay for someone to ask you to take your clothes off or take pictures or videos of you with your clothes off. It is not okay for someone to show you photos or videos of people without their clothes on. Right? So we learned a lot, and please be safe. Thank you.